I've wanted to be on this board ever since the day I came back to Jamestown to practice law in '61, because the dean of my law school, one of the most intelligent lawyers I've ever known then, obviously, or since, a man by the name of Jacob D. Hyland. He was the chief counsel for the OPA, which was one of President Roosevelt's most important agencies, we'll call that took us out of the Depression. And he made me promise, him personally, that when I went to Jamestown, I would immediately set out to make Robert H. Jackson a big part of that community's identity. And I'll leave out the humorous aspects where when I attended my first Jamestown Bar Association meeting, 27 years old, all kinds of prominent lawyers around me, I did exactly what my dean told me to do, which was, first meeting, remember, give them all hell, because they had not given Jackson the recognition that he deserved. And I don't have to tell you how that meeting ended, with whispers behind the hand saying, who is that fucking guy? First meeting, et cetera, et cetera. But nevertheless, I survived that. And I remember paying a secretary, which I couldn't afford, day after day after day, to copy on an old-fashioned photocopy machine every decision that Robert Jackson ever decided or participated in deciding, plus all of his other speeches, which, for those of you who have not read them, are more impressive. They hit you in the gut, in the heart, in the brain, more than the decisions do, which impress only lawyers. I'm talking about everybody, and I urge you to do it. And I recall the very day that Raleigh Kidder, one of your early directors, said, Art, I understand you have got 10 or 12 huge notebooks over in your office with all the Jackson decisions and the Jackson speeches. And the Jackson Center at that time was 1 or 2 years old. We would like to borrow them, Greg and I. We will copy them. We will make a duplicate set. All of them will be delivered back to your office and put on the same shelf that they were taken from. I said, gladly. And they did that, and they're still, 60 years later, sitting on those same shelves. Now, as a director, and for the benefit of mankind, I'm gonna eliminate 80% of my remarks and tell you quite simply, all of you here were either former directors or present directors. All of us took the same oath. All of us agreed that one of the things we would do, and I'm telling you now, if I ever fail this organization, and I think every one of you prior and present directors fail this organization, it will be because you did not look far enough into the future to see what the Jackson Center should look like then. We all know about new roofs. We all know about new carpets. We all get warm, fuzzy feelings when we see new colors and everything else. But we never think 50 years from now, 30 years from now. We don't even think 10 years from now. And John said today that the website is going to be our ultimate passage into greatness or failure if we don't create